Attention, math nerds. Attention, please. Now, I just want to let you all know that the club is going to be hemorrhaging money the next few months. Now, don't panic and just stay calm. I'm financially doping the rest of the league so that they're all a little bit less pathetic.
Synker sammen til segerskroppen Mount Grindavik Og jeg vet Ved vattnen ger I dag
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Grindavik on the Impossible Dream. It's Season 11, Episode 8 today. We have two massive home games in the Champions League against Manchester City, which will be extremely tough, and then Lille, which is now a must-win game. Absolutely a must-win game. But what's been happening since last episode, and a little bit before that as well, is that I've made the decision that we need to spend money. We've got 66 million in the bank. We've lost a little bit of money in the last couple of months. We've got 46 million to spend. We've got a wage budget that can almost, with more than double. We just need to spend money, and we need to spend money on the league to just boost it up. So what I've done is since when the last youth intake came in, I've just been scouting youth teams across Iceland, and we've been spending a lot of money on players that are not worth anywhere near what we spent on them. So let's have a quick look at who we spent money on and how much. So the first man that will be joining us is this man from FH. We spent 750 grand on him. Now, to be fair, he could actually be a decent enough player, but that's not what this is about. With 50% of a future fee, we'll also go to FH if we are able to train him up to a point where we can sell him on. And I think there will be clubs that come in for him down the line. He's 16, good first touch. I actually think he might even become useful for us, you know. So we'll see what happens with him. But yeah, he will be joining us. These are all going to come in February 22nd when our window opens again. Not officially done yet, but let's face it, he's not turning down our contract we've offered him. Michael Mayer, a 16-year-old from Halka, 750 grand for him, as well as a 50% sell-on. Again, mentally, there's a little bit to like about him. Physically and technically, there's work to be done, but he's only 16, so there's time for that to happen yet. But Halka will have a nice cash influx. Also joining us, 500,000 and 50% sell-on for 15-year-old Berntsen from Starnen. I don't know why I offered them less than I did Halka. Just did. He's unambitious, low determination. He's unlikely to. That's going to hold him back, isn't it? But maybe we can sort of mentor him into a better personality, and then then he will be a decent player. But yeah, Starnen getting 500,000 coming their way. And the other club getting £500,000 is Viking, because we have signed Sigurdsson from them. Physically, this guy's not great. He's a striker, but there's a little bit to like. If he turns into something, then they'll get a 50% sell on as well. He's 18, so he's a little bit older and a little bit less likely perhaps to develop. But yeah, we'll see what we get when he gets here in February. Now, we are going to be spending some big money. We have to spend some big money on transfers as well. Actual transfers for our first team. So we'll go through those February 22nd when the window opens, when we get to our transfer special. But yeah, we just need to, this money's no good in the bank, is it? We've got to spend it. But this is the round of fixtures we have coming up at home to Manchester City. It's a game we really do need to take something from. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 out of them. And this is a team that we're sending out. It's Purwall in goal. It is Caldone, Degen, Vinci and Volpez. Now, Volpez's loan is up at the end of this game. We are trying to get a deal done to keep him here, but I don't know if we can't redo the loan necessarily, or we can't redo the loan. But I think if we sign him permanently and the loan ends, I have a feeling that we'll lose him. You know what I mean? Like, he will be technically not our player and then become our player February 22nd. So fingers crossed that isn't what happens, but I suspect it will. Jonsson, is going to play as an anchor man in this one. Just sit back, shield that back four for us. He's got decent tackling, but good anticipation, positioning, and all that kind of stuff. So let's hope he does a good job. Jose Antonio is going to step into midfield for us. He's a good ball playing midfielder, so let's hope that he can do a job for us there. Bakali will be the creative force. Kosh, again, loan contract is up at the end of this one. I'm trying to extend it. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do that. Higuain, Manchester City player, of course, goes on the left. And Bautinson, we played a warm-up friendly against some American side. He scored a hat ton of goals. Hat ton? There's a new word for you. So let's hope that he's got his goal-scoring boots back on here, and we've just got to trust him to come good, don't we? All right, so we can see the team sheets here. Marcel Gallardo is their manager now. Foden is still there. Haaland is still there. Do we recognise any other names from the current team? I mean, 11 seasons in. there's not going to be many, is there? There's going to be a fair bit of turnover, you would imagine. Pick up where we left off last time out. Now, is that going to be the 1-0 defeat to Sporting, or the mammoth score we ran up in... all right, well, let's just go with that. We ran up in the friendly. It was the European side playing in that friendly just to keep match sharpness up. We are sort of in that time of the year where we don't have any domestic fixtures, so it's just trying to sort of once every 2 weeks make sure there is a game taking place, so that so that we are not getting too rusty. Now I'm not sure if we're going to be able to keep Posh, or if this is going to be his last game, certainly for now. It's okay in a way because you have Beyonce, who is, relatively speaking, adapted to playing on the right-hand side of midfield there, so that won't be the end of the world if that happens, but ideally, obviously, we'd like to keep him. Reminder, this is last call for Viewers Player of the Year nominations, so thank you for everybody who's nominated already. But yeah, last chance to get those in. We'll have to vote next episode before the end of season awards, I believe. I think that's going to be the case anyway. And here we go. Now, they have scored a very, very large percentage of their goals from through balls. So our tactic here is we're sitting deep and just trying to prevent them the space behind us to play a through ball into. So whether that's going to work or not, we're about to find out. We will do very well to take anything from this game. We've won that back nicely there. And can we spring a counter-attack? Patterson just nicked straight off his toe, wasn't it? We are trying to play the ball into space, as well as Haaland's in behind, and Puwal. I don't actually know how to say that. I've just been going with Puwal, but maybe that's not it. We've got a corner to defend. Can we get it away? We can. Albert Jonsson goes out to try and stop the second ball coming in. Bakali, go on, son. Excellent work. And we're not having the most possession, but we are doing okay here. Let's keep encouraging. Foden as the advanced playmaker wide left. I mean, that's essentially the position that that Higuain wants to play for Manchester City, and he's looking a bit nervous here, which isn't great. So half an hour gone. We haven't really laid a glove on them. But equally, as they're about to score here, aren't they? We have limited the highlights to this point. As Lewis goes on a run. Higuain, can he stop the cross coming in? It's outside the box. He went dive, ref. It's a dive. It's certainly not a penalty, though. I wonder if if we look to be a little bit more direct, perhaps, and not work the ball into the box. We'll take that off as well. Yeah. It's just trying. What we need to do is we need to find a way to score goals in the Champions League, because I mean, for the most part, I mean, the match ratings weren't great against Sporting Lisbon last time out, and I'm recording this before that's gone out, so I haven't got sort of your feedback from that. But for the most part, so far in this campaign, we have been fairly solid defensively. Is that going to go in? No. That would be just perfect, wouldn't it? As I say, how solid defensively we've looked. The goal goes in. But yeah, we have looked fairly solid defensively. We've only conceded 2 goals in our 3 games. And 2 of those have been away from home to Atletico Madrid and Sporting Lisbon. So, defensively, we've not looked too bad. What we haven't done, and we're sort of showing it here again, is, let's dig in, is we're not scoring goals. And that's obviously what you need to do in football to be able to win games, isn't it? So, yeah, it's just finding a way to do it. Baltinson is pretty quick, isn't he? Yeah, he's not lightning, but he's fairly quick. So yeah, I don't know. Here we go. Baltinson just can't win the header. We had Higuain. Maybe that was the better option. I wonder if we should be exploiting the flanks here. Get the ball forward nice and quickly to the guys in wide areas, and just leave Baltinson through the middle to find himself a bit of space, perhaps. Come on, boys. Come on. Volpez sweeps in and picks that up. There we go. Baltinson. Just. The other thing I'm wondering is if we need a striker that is a little bit better in the air. Baltinson, obviously, that is not his strength, as Puwal makes the save from Foden. Yeah, I mean, Baltinson is not great in the air. He's actually quite bad. Gadini is okay, but again, not brilliant. And Sinistera, who's on loan and about to be brought on here, I think, as Calderon sweeps in there. If we could get a result here, what a result it would be. Antonio for Higuain. Higuain against his club. Parent club anyway. Baltinson to Jonsson. Jonsson for Calderon getting forward from left back. He's got the dink! And Andrea Calderon. What a time to score your first Grindavik goal. And it is 1-0 to Grindavik over Manchester City. And what a result this could be. Really good play in midfield to keep possession. We got it forward. And what about that finish from Andrea Calderon? I really do want to try and keep him. We couldn't get an option to buy as part of the loan, unfortunately. And here we go now with Higuain on a booking, which makes me a little bit nervous, if I'm completely honest. There's the ball forward. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes, it's over. All right, Baltinson, you can come off. Let's get Sinistera on. And, I mean, it's a corner off of Baltinson. A nice last contribution there. It does make you wonder if we had strikers on form for this season, for this season's Champions League, I should say. I mean, we've missed a lot of chances that you would expect us to take in previous years, as Bakali does well. Sinistera gets... we've been caught in possession, and we have got away with it. Is that a sign that maybe this is going to be our day? We've got an apprehensive Higuain on a booking. That is absolutely no good to us whatsoever. So let's get Beyonce on out there because Obot is looking aggressive. Go on, mate. Get out there and cause some havoc. Just don't get sent off, please. Obot over a free kick. Delivers it to the back post. It's headed away. And Degen wins it back. Nicely done. Degen is wanted by Real Madrid now. I have a horrible feeling. Kosh is in behind. Oh, a little moment of hesitation there from the City defence. And could we dream of a second here? Come on, Koshy boy. Whip in a good one. Where's Degen? It's claimed by Robson in goal. And that ends that highlight. We're getting down towards stoppage time here, you know. This is 4 minutes to play. All right, so fullbacks, you don't need to bomb forward anymore. We will go back to, all right, ultra defensive. I don't like doing this typically. I should take note of the tactics that I was playing there so that we know what to do in future. But yeah, a little bit of Pulis long ball has worked nicely here for us, hasn't it? That is all absolutely fine. And we've got another highlight. We don't want highlights. We don't want them. Jonsson to Calderon. Is he going to be the hero? There's the cross. Oh, Sinistera just not quite in the right position. Volpe's not in the right position here either. Come on, don't. It'd be so cruel now. We've been hearts broken so many times in Europe. Have we gone too defensive as Vinci? No, it's still not clear. It's still not clear. They're pinging it around the penalty area. It's coming. It's an A! All right. Let's just get it. I think I told him to play short passes, didn't I? Just ignore me. Just get it long. Get it up there. Get it up there. Nice time wasting here. Just stay there, mate. Don't move till you get a booking. There we go. We do go long. And Sinistera does his best to win it. Can't quite. And Vinci to Antonio. We just need to keep possession here, boys. And we've got this covered. Maybe a little bit further forward. That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Into touch. Line out. Ball boys will go missing. The fans will keep it in there as well. And, oh, you've got to be f***ing kidding me. It's over the 4 minutes. It's the last kick of the game. And Calderon gave us the lead, and we've lost it in the last minute of the game. The 95th minute when there was supposed to be 94. Well, it's a draw that we would have gladly taken. That feels like a defeat. So, did we just go too defensive? I mean, that's the argument to make, isn't it? And possibly we did. I mean, that would have been a massive it's a bonus point. But it would have been, oh, the greatest of 3 points. 95th minute. I can't believe that. 6 points would have put us up there. And with Lille to come, we could have booked ourselves our place in the knockout rounds. That stings. It just stings. So youthful Grindavik draw with Manchester City. We were that close. Unbelievable. All right, guys, wait there. Lille's up next. Another home game. Another game we have to win. Okay, welcome back. We are hosting Lille. This is the biggest game of our season to date. And, well, I've gone away after that Man City result. I've had a cry, and I have signed some more youth players from Iceland. Actually, just the one for a fee, and it is this guy, a goalkeeper, $500,000 going to Leicester. Now, of course, we signed Bergson from them, and that didn't really help them out too much because they got relegated. But again, another one that, in actual fact, could be a useful-ish goalkeeper. But again, if we get bids for these guys that are worthy, then we'll sell them so that the league is just generating more money from wherever that may be, whether it's outside the league or within the league. But yeah, there we go. That is the latest of our Icelandic revolution. Let's go and have a look and see what we're doing here. We are expecting a 4-3-3 out of Lille. They are 24th. We are 27th in the table coming into this one. So both teams in massive, massive need of a result, aren't they? Now, we have had an international break between the two, and you'll see that there's a few players here with heavy match loads. I don't want to play. I want to play. We're going to go with Gadini. So it's Purwell in goal. It's Calderon. It is Degen, who has signed a new deal with us. He is on 80 grand a week right now. We needed to do that, though, because there are some big teams coming in. But an 80 grand a week player in Iceland. We've played, I think that we were way less than that as our whole budget for the year when we first took over. Vinci and Volpez, you'll notice he has agreed to join us. He will be becoming a full-time Grindavik player. I'll go through the ins and outs of the financials when he sort of joined officially. I think it was 14 million, though, and he is on 80-odd grand a week as well. But that's huge. That is huge. Carlos Volpez, get used to him. Buy the jersey. He is a Grindavik player. Johnson, it is Antonio and Bakali in midfield. Kosh, you'll notice he is still here. We have not only extended the loan, we have a 10.5 million option to buy him, and he's already agreed the contract when we trigger that. So we will be purchasing Kosh, another one. Buy the jersey, know the name. He will be becoming a Grindavik player on a full-time basis. Higuain plays out on the left. He was not quite on that wavelength just yet. He'll come around, though. And Gadini, we need someone to score goals for us, and Gadini has been the man for us so many times. So we're going to go back to him and hope that he comes through yet again. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. Do we recognize names? This guy looks familiar, and a name like that you would suggest is probably because he is familiar. Oh, Skov Olsen, he's a real-life player, isn't he? Danish, and Mutu is their captain. Always a player I liked in real life, but did get kind of shafted by Chelsea at the end of his career there. We pick up where we left off last time out. All right, let's go with that. Now, we did play friendlies, and we absolutely destroyed some American teams again. And, well, here we go. Yeah, so the reason we play American teams is they're the only ones that are still sort of in season that'll come to Iceland to play us. So, yeah, I think we played Detroit City, we played Hartford, I think, and I think a team from New Jersey Teamsters or something. I've never heard of that one. That's a new one on me. But anyway, yeah, it is literally just to keep some match sharpness up. And then I sort of played the last friendly a week before, so this time last week in game we were playing Hartford, and we put out the European team for that one. Now, of course, it was an international break. It wasn't the full team. It was sort of those that were left, and then a couple of youngsters, and just a bit of a put together team, to be honest. But here we go. This is a very, very big game for us. We need to win, and as we've just seen from the league table, so do Lille. Degen forward for Bakali. Antonio to Gadini. Gadini wide, looking for Kosh, finding Kosh. Who's in the middle? Can we whip across in? It is back. It is a little bit difficult to see the ball, if I'm honest. It's headed away. Higuain is there. Is he? Can he get it back? No. And is it going to come back down the other end? We have players back. Volpez is there. Gets it wide. Look at that for Calderon. Bakali to Higuain for Gadini. Gadini, the great man. He can't beat the goalkeeper. And it is... Oh, Vinci has won it back for us nicely, but that is the end of the highlight. I do wonder a little bit with the end of that Manchester City game. Just don't go defensive. You know, we were doing okay. We sat back. We sort of, in a way, you could say, got what was coming for us. And, yeah, in the sort of group that we're in, we can't afford that, can we? We just can't. All right, can we stop? Oh, Jesus Christ, what happened there? Apologies if you are watching on a phone. The ball and the snow, it's almost impossible to see, and I'm on a bigger screen, so though I do need new glasses, so perhaps that's why it's a little blurry for me. Here we go, Kosh in a little bit of space. Edge of the area! Gadini, if he's onside, has scored! I think he was behind the ball. Or is Kosh offside? Oh, it might be Kosh. That I'm not sure about. Did he stay on side? No, he did not. And it is disallowed. How offside was it? Oh, it's going to come back on, isn't he? He's going to come back on. It was fractions. It was fractions of a second. And how much is that going to cost us as Puwol is there to make that save? It's a little bit like the Manchester City game, although arguably we're more in this one. So let's see. Antonio, no, not quite. Ball forward. It is still there. Oh, with defenses stood and looked at each other. Degan and Vinci just holding hands, but we got away with it. Puwol has bailed us out. I think Puwol, and he'll make a howling error now, of course, but I think he has looked every bit worth it is a free kick for us, that one, isn't it? Every worth that penny that $5 million we paid for him. Rafason playing in the league is absolutely fine. We'll keep developing him, but I think for European games, Puwol has definitely shown that he's our man. I think. Now, what do we do here? I think we just keep going for now, don't we? Kosh is on a booking. He's not playing particularly well. Let's try demand more. And let's see what we can do. We are dominating possession, which is nice to see, obviously. We've got Kosh over a free kick. Can he celebrate his new loan deal with a goal? He cannot. It's only just over the top, though. But yeah, I feel like we're starting to get some pieces there now on permanent deals that I was just, I know there's been a lot of talk in the comments and also on the Discord about, it really is. Oh, Jesus Christ. Is it offside? Can someone save us there? It's just at risk of stalling a little bit, but I think we are just starting to get, Degan on a long-term deal now. Volpez coming in. What have we done? I don't understand. He's kicked through Degan, has he? I don't quite get what's happened there. Let's encourage them. So yeah, there is I think some pieces just starting to fall in place for us now. I'd love to get Calderon on a permanent deal, but Carly, it's back there for Antonio. Some nice one-touch football, but ultimately we can't quite keep it going. Bakali for Gadini. Gadini is through for Kosh. Kosh has put it over. What has happened? He's goal kicked it. Oh, he's put it over the top. All right, I think Kosh has got to come off, doesn't he? He is not celebrating his new contract in style. So we'll bring Beyonce on, old King B there. And let's see what he can do. Gadini has looked okay up top. But with 15 to go, we are getting to the point where we cannot afford to lose this. Which goes without saying. You could argue, we can't really afford to draw it either. But, all right, what can we do differently here? Let's not pass into space. Let's take it off of that and see where that leaves us. Oh, Bakali slides in and wouldn't want to mistime that one. Bakali just gets caught on the ball. Oh, Jesus. Such a good performance against Manchester City, and we've just come back for this one, and, well, we've essentially looked clueless, haven't we? We'll bring Raul on. It's an attacking move, but it's all going to be a little bit too little, too late. All right, what we might also do is perhaps move Bakali forward, which is something we maybe should have done from the start. Oh, it's hit the post, has he? Gadini has hit the post. He might have been offside anyway. Between an offside goal and now hitting the post, it's just not been our day today, has it? All right, you can go just there. Yeah, you... it really so easily could have been, a point here, 3 points against Man City, and there's our 4 points. Higuain's injured just to really annoy everybody. But 2-0. And it's not like we've been outplayed a 2-0 game. It's come back to the same thing again. We just didn't take our chances. And yeah, I'm not really sure still how that first goal went in. But anyway, it doesn't matter now. So that is going to make life extremely difficult for us now. We cannot afford to lose home games. And Yeah, I mean, you could have accepted a defeat against Man City. That is one that I thought we could win, and we didn't. And yeah, we're now a point outside of qualification with Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain, two of our last three games. But there we go. The Higuain injury is nothing too serious, so that's good. Volpez, however, is going to miss the Werder Bremen game, which is our last chance of points potentially. But there we go, guys. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up, subscribe if you're new. We had a really good result against Man City. It's such a shame. Such a shame we couldn't go and back it up then against Lille. But last chance to nominate your Viewers Player of the Year. We'll be back next time. It will be Werder Bremen and then Manchester United. And yeah, well, we basically need, I'd say, 7 points from these last three games to get ourselves continuing in Europe. And you look at those fixtures, and that's going to be very, very tough, isn't it? Take care.